Whoops, did not mean to stop the stream there. Sorry about that. I just need to get my monitor going so I can see chat when I remember to look at it. Alright. I do Alt-Tab back to my streaming program, which also has chat, but that's about the best I can do. Okay, so before we jump back into Starcraft with Nova, it's time to do a little bit of strategy. So my newest strategy is more tanks, and ideally I want to drop them into in the middle of the enemies and have a defensive drone. So Nova, where did that come in? Let's see. Maybe she has the defensive drone from the beginning, but now at level 13 you get military hardware. So you get up to 5 drone charges, and their cooldown goes from 60 seconds to 30 seconds. So ideally you go into battle with 5 defensive drones, and you can survive, and I like to lay down one in the middle and then 2 to the side in case my units start scattering to the side. I've been using hold position on my units to keep them in place. So now the tactical airlift takes 2 full minutes to cool down. And so that means 30 seconds with defensive drones plus another 30 seconds, which is only a minute. But if I tactical airlift into the zone, then I've used that tactical airlift, and I won't be able to even do a short jump back. Now, if you guys will humor me for a quick second, I've been really focusing on military upgrades, because in a normal Terran play, you have a ton of Marines, and Marines going from 6 to 9 damage. Wait, let me make sure the playing background so you have some noise and sound at least. But here you're only getting 4 Marines at a time at 600, so 125 per Marine. They do have 150. They do have 150 hit points. They don't regenerate, but they will regenerate 2 per second with Super Stim Pack, so that's key. And they have 9 damage, but they only upgrade a level +1. So let's look at the other infantry. You guys can watch with me in my browser. Just don't tell anyone. I mostly just have tons of Starcraft tabs open and some ESL matches. So the Marauder has 350 points. And he also has 15 damage and another 15 versus armor. It's interesting that they don't regenerate without healing. Now, as I jump back to the game for a sec, you will see that at the moment I'm almost maxed out in points, and I put it all into nuke because Griffin Airstrike, by the time you have tons of money, I mean, it seems, I mean, look, you can reduce Griffin Airstrike by 300 seconds. or I'm sorry, 300 minerals, so that it costs 700 minerals instead of 1,000. But when you just have 700 minerals, you still should be getting units. And the thing about nukes is, even though, let's see, how long does it take for normal nuclear strike? Normal nuclear strike takes 5 seconds to land, 600 damage to all armies within radius. Initially, the cooldown is a full 10 minutes, but if you put all the mastery seconds or mastery points into the cooldown, it's only a reduction of 90 seconds. So, so the cooldown is normally 600, but you can get it down to, I guess, 420. Let's see, increases. I'm trying to read the thing here. You guys can watch with me as I try and figure out. Let's see, is there some place that has more than that much information in Nuke? Alright, here. I had it for a second. Sorry for the screen going crazy. Where's the... Here it is. Tac, strike, nuclear. Oh, that's just the unlock. They're on cooldown. So I think they say when... on the main wiki, for mastery, they put it all into Griffin Airstrike, because they say, you know, Nuke has such a long cooldown, whereas Griffin Airstrike can do as much damage or more with a short cooldown. But again, you're already getting... what's the cooldown on the Griffin Strike? Alright, so the cooldown on the Griffin Airstrike is 30 seconds, down from 120. So right, with the mastery points, you can get it down to 700 minerals instead of 1,000. It has a cooldown of 120. Where is the thing that makes it only have a 30-second cooldown? Let's take a look at her specials. Okay, it's not even unlocked till level 9. Defensive drones. I mean, the big thing is getting 5 instead of 3 drones, and they last a minute and only has a 30-second cooldown. So where does the... I'm confused about where the... how does the Griffin Airstrike go from a 120 initial cooldown to 30? Let's see if I can find the thing. Unfortunately, until I do Prestige, there's a full 2 minutes between the airlifts. I see things that increase it. So let's see. So yeah. So back to the infantry, but you do get a +2/+2 from Marauders per level. So that's a +6/+6, which is 21 or 42. Plus their special attack and their ability to slow units. Plus they have 350 hit points rather than 150. So that's 700 for the 2 of them versus 600 of the Marines. But it's really the individuals. Now her Spec Op Ghosts have 250 hit points, which is not a lot, but they are cloaked, obviously. So, you know, the bad guys don't normally have tons of other than at their bases with towers and Protoss cannons, but just in the field, they don't always have tons of detection. And they also get a +2, plus a +2 for light units, whereas there's a +2 for +2 and a +2 armored with Marauders, the C10 canister rifle, the sniper rifle. You get 15 plus 15 light, and that goes up +2/+2. So again, getting your ghosts up to 21 is 42 damage instead of 30. So yeah, it is worth it, just not for the Marines. And Nova does not benefit from upgrades. All right, so really quickly, let's look at the Hellion / Hellbat Ranger, the Strike Goliath, and the Siege Tank to see what they go up as. We'll save the Hellbat. It's sort of complicated. The Goliath, which I'm using less, but with tons of air attack, can be good. So their base stats are, it's a 6 supply for 2 of them, 750 minerals, and 250 gas, which is not cheap at all. They do have 450 hit points, which is more than even Marauders, but not a ton. 1 armor built in. So their autocannon, which is ground, has damage of 27, which isn't bad, but their cooldown is 1.5, so it's 18 DPS per second. But here's the key. So the first thing is you get with the Ares class targeting system immediately to give them 3 attack range. I mean, extra 3 attack range is huge. The second is lockdown missiles, which is there's sort of a splash damage to air attacks with mechanical units, and they do that auto. Alright, so yeah, so they get a +3 on ground damage, just a regular +3. So if you get full upgrades, that's a 36, which is a nice change from 27. The key is their Hellfire missiles are 12 plus 12 armored, so they're great against large bad guys in the air, or massive, I should say. And we're seeing a ton of Liberators and battle cruisers and stuff. Now it is 2 attacks, so you have 12 plus 12 armored, but it's 2 attacks with a cooldown of 1.5. So that means that with a cooldown of 1.5, their DPS is like 9 plus 9. But we'll stick with just their regular damage, 12 plus 12, and they also get a +2 with a +2 armored per level. So that brings them up to a potential if they're going against armored units. It brings them, let's see, 18 and 18. Yeah, so they come 36 from 24, which is really nice for air, especially with 2 attacks, because if it's armored units, that means 36 damage plus, or at ×2, 72. So yeah, so really only bring them in when you're facing a lot of heavy air, and don't bring them in early because they're very awkward and big and take up a lot of space. When you go to the wiki, by the way, if you just go to the regular vehicle and ship weapons, by the way, another reason I should focus on vehicle and ship over infantry is because it's vehicle and ship. So it shows what I just told you, which is they go from 12 plus 12 to 18 plus 18. Armor is armor. But again, my units are so heavily armored, a few points of armor is not going to stop against these really, really intense giant void slivers and the super giant or extra big and powerful why am I'm losing here, void units hybrid units. Alright, so here we are with heavy tanks. So heavy tanks does 25 plus 15 for armored. This is not in siege mode. Their cooldown's only a second, so their DPS is 25 per second, 40 if it's against armored. Range of 7, which is fantastic. Now, they have one upgrade, which is graduating range, which increases the siege tank range by 1 every 3 seconds while in siege mode to a maximum of +5. So if you can keep them in siege mode for 15 seconds, you can increase their range from 7 to 12. On top of that, however, you get a +3 with a +2 armored per upgrade, so that's +5. So you're going from 40 to 55, which is great. Now in siege mode, it's 55 damage plus 25 armored. So against armored, you're at 80. The cooldown is a full 3 seconds, so it's a DPS technically of about 20 to 25 DPS, which is still a lot. Their attack range is 2 to -13, but again can be 2 to not -13, 2 to 13, but can go up from 2 to 18 with their upgrade. Does have a splash damage of 1.25, which is great. But the big thing is their upgrades per level is +5 overall, +2 armored. So if you upgrade them all the way, you get 70 normal damage and 31 armored damage, and so you're actually over 100 damage per shot. Again, it's a 3-second cooldown, but if you can get enough siege tanks, that's a lot of damage. And even against non-armored units, you're talking about 70. Alright, so we looked at all that. Strike Elias we looked at. Marines we looked at. Alright, so what about the Hellbat Ranger, which is what you build, and it can turn into a Hellion. It doesn't really cost anything to convert, other than it takes 4 seconds. So, and they don't cost gas, which is, they're trying to lure you into using Hellbats more. The one good thing about Hellbats is they do have 550 health. Normal speed at 2.25, but when Hellion mode, they go all the way down to 300 hit points, but they can go almost twice as fast. And so, obviously, if you watch a lot of competitive Starcraft, it's some combination of Reapers and or Hellions that are doing the scouting because they're so fast and can do some damage. The Hellbat is considered biological, but if you have a lot of anti-bio units, you can switch to the Hellion and be mechanical and ground. They are light armor. Alright, so in Hellbat mode, you have 27 damage plus 18 versus light. But the Infernal Pre-Igniter upgrade is plus 15, which is unbelievable, versus light. So it's doing up to 60 damage with a 2-second cooldown, and you're getting plus 3 per level normal. So you can get up to 36 normal damage with a plus 33 light. So you're talking about, again, close to 100, theoretically 100 damage with a 2 attack range. But they're hard to control, and unless you're facing Zerglings in a couple of the missions, it's just not going to do it. Okay. So back to StarCraft 2. I didn't mean to stop the stream before, although I certainly don't mind stopping it briefly. So really quickly, I'm just going to export this to YouTube. Where do I have more stuff on Nova Girl? Here we go. Alright, here we go. I got more Nova Girl information. Okay, so we're going to go into the file. The music has been amazing. We don't want to play it. We started playing it by accident. We don't want to do that. Okay. And let me put some hashtags in. Starcraft SC2. Nova Terra. The Bizzle. Not really a whole lot more. I guess co-op could be a tag. All right, so I put that all into the field there. And now I just need to pick out a picture. So I go to one of my Nova streams. This is just a handful of pictures. All right, can I sort by date? These are sorted by date. Okay. It doesn't have to be. I do Kerrigan often as a. Oh, here's an awesome Kerrigan picture where she's fighting the Zerg in her ill-fated final mission because of Arcturus, betrayer, dickface, Mengsk. All right, so we're gonna crop. Not Nova Girl, Kerrigan, Sarah. So we're gonna save changes. All right, and then we're gonna edit. And we're gonna export. Now I gotta do a save. That was 3 hours. That's pretty good. Was pretty good. Tag Starcraft and do it private until it's done. All right, here we go. Okay, we're 20 minutes in, which means it's time to play. All right, so let's see if we can get a good partner and experiment with some stuff. I still hate the Liberators, so I'm gonna stick with tanks. Although one thing I've noticed is, especially if they have a lot of Zerglings, is you can use Hellbats to guard the siege tanks in siege mode. All right, here's Mengsk with 1,000,000 score, so he could be really good and win the mission by himself because he's such a powerful character. Now this is one where both people have to contribute because you have to get your artifact trucks to the constructs. I'm not great at this. We might try. This might be one where we try a tactical. It's hard to say because it's a tactical airlift. A strategic tactical airlift.
Mobius Corps constructed a battle station on this platform. We're gonna have to take out each sector
All right.
before it fires
So,
yeah.
We got it. All right. There's my second Vespine geyser. Let's turn my volume up. All right. So.
Just drive it over.
All right, so we got a 4 on the Academy. We got a 1 on Nova. Do we have a 0 SCV? All right, so he's my builder. They are gonna attack a lot here, I think. So let's put the barracks here for now. It's only 1 minute 15, but it's gonna go quickly. And Nova takes a full 4 to get out there. We can build an engineering bay. I'm for sure going to use the engineering bay as a little bit of a blocker here. I don't know what this is gonna do, but I can try and be creative. All right, so we definitely want to get Nova's life regeneration and detection, because if nothing else, you always have Nova, even if you have to bring her back to life. I'm falling behind on economy, so we'll max out. I don't have any units. I'm gonna ask him to give me a second for units. Alright, so we're gonna get the tech center before everything else. We're gonna hold off on engineering bay. Cool. I'm still waiting on those units, but you know what? This is one of those missions where you can sort of take your time a little bit. I mean, what are a couple Marines gonna do? Let's put some Marauders down. We'll change this up a little bit. We'll give them their slowing attack, which is nice. He's still building a factory. This is my opportunity to max out finally on minerals. So I'm gonna use that. So is he? I don't have any units. Nova's ready for battle.
An attack is headed for our base.
Alright, so there's already attack headed for our base, so we need to be ready for that because it's coming straight for us. I will try, but I also need to build a star point ASAP. Yep, it's Zerglings. So I have to use some Hellbats. I had to use Alright, so he's already going for the gold. I want to get the armory and shut this off if I can. Alright, so my builder SCV is going to go to the field and then there. And then build a starport. Oh, do I already have a starport? Okay. It's building the starport. Let's make sure. Do I have a... There's my Ghost Academy. Where did I put the... Did I do the armory? I don't know if I did the armory. I don't think I did the armory. Alright, let's use it to block here. This is... I never block my base like that.
Status report. Nova here.
I never block.
En route.
Alright, so we normally need a Raven, but we're going to try this because we need to get to that other...
Got it.
We need to get to that other thing. We got no units. I'll get some Marines in here at least. Alright, so here we go. We got to get to the other side. He's probably cleared...
Prepare yourself.
He's probably cleared most of this.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, he cleared most of it. So we can get out of here. Here comes another attack. I'm going to give him a defensive shield.
Nova here.
And we'll get a Raven here. Yep. And as usual, I totally forgot to get the Raven thing.
We'll take it off the board.
My team strapped together some new trucks.
Yeah.
Find the sector before you know it.
Yeah, we'll find the sector before you know it. I've heard this one before. Okay, so my armory is 6. So we're gonna focus on upgrades for actually, you know what? I'm gonna take some Banshees as well. Permanently cloaked. Alright. So I'm going to be patient here. I'm gonna do upgrades on the Marines and the Marauders and get triple tap ready for the Ghosts.
Confirm that last.
Where is he?
On the move.
Alright, so I'm gonna send a electronic into it, and she almost has a nuke.
Upgrade complete. Status report.
So that's gonna do some damage.
Warhead armed and ready. Nova here.
Alright, so here's where I have a lot of money.
Considering done.
And I need to get that second base.
Upgrade is ready for use. Our forces have engaged the enemy.
Where's the other Marine? Okay. Or the other SCV, I should say. Let's see if I can get up here without...
No. Enemy combatants in motion. They're headed our way. Status report.
Alright, they're headed to the other side. So we'll see if he,
On the move.
see if he can handle it. I'm still not in...
Looks like Amon's minions have found your
Alright, so I'm gonna get some more Marauders.
Release
Upgrade.
the Zerg.
Allied forces are under attack.
Alright, so we gotta kill these
Allied
jackasses first.
Your buddy's truck's getting beat up.
Say again.
My buddy's truck is getting beat up.
Acknowledged.
Not a whole lot I can do about that. The best I can do
Allied
is
forces are under attack.
drop a nuke. So we're gonna
Allied
drop
forces
the
are under attack.
tactical nuke strike first, and then the overall nuke strike, and then
Confirm that last.
here we go. We're almost at tanks,
Ready for use.
or I should say we're almost at. Let's keep getting those upgrades going. Okay, 2, 1, 2. All right, here we go. This should be interesting. But I do have ghosts.
Defensive drone initiated.
Protect your truck.
Hold, hold, hold. Hold position and just shoot stuff. Hold position and shoot stuff. Alright, get the Raven down there. ASAP. Let's get some more Marines down here. ASAP.
You better hustle if you want to stop that research outpost, commanders.
Yeah, we're gonna hustle. We are gonna definitely hustle. Let's get the infantry weapons going now.
Bad news, commanders. An attack wave is coming for your truck.
Alright, we're gonna drop this here and then shoot this. Come on. Come on, truck. Come on, truck.
Our forces of our allies.
Alright, there we go. Get the truck there.
Defend your allies' truck, will ya?
Yeah. We're defending the Allies' truck. Let me get Nova's other upgrades. Alright.
We've got an enemy attack en route to our base.
Enemy attack on route to our base. Looks like it's on their side.
Nova here. On the move. I'm reading you.
Alright, so here we go with my little army. Upgrades. Yep, more vehicle upgrades. That's great. I haven't even built the tank upgrades, which is part of the problem.
Our allies' base is under attack.
He's doing fine. He's doing fine. He's waiting for me down here.
On the move. Consider it. Add-on complete.
I'm gonna do a.
Upgrade
I'm gonna send a drone. All right, I have 3 defensive drones,
confirm that last.
and I'm about to have tanks.
Weapon more
Allied
rounds
forces are under
than
attack.
any Terran.
All right, here we go. Here we go on the attacks. All right, we gotta come down here.
Seems like we could use a defensive.
Gonna come down here too. My guy's gonna go here. Hold position. Come on, come on, come on. Shoot out stuff.
First truck's in place.
Under attack.
Hurry up before it goes up in
All right,
flames.
there we go. We got everyone. Let's get the hell out of here.
Got it.
Let us get the hell out of here. This isn't such a bad mission. This is sort of like the way less frustrating Vermilion
Executing.
problem mission.
Loud and clear. Say again. On the move. Nova
All right,
here.
so whoops.
Acknowledged.
Don't want to go down there,
Mission complete.
or do I?
And we've delayed them from activating the battle station.
All right, let me at least send a drone
All in a day's work.
down here.
2 spare trucks have been prepped for you.
All right, so the
Focus on getting the
trucks
to
have
the
been
center west of
here.
Status report.
We're gonna come here.
Say again.
Hopefully, come on, people. All right, we're gonna get more spec ops and another Raven in a second.
Hostile sighted inbound on our base.
All right, hostile sighted, but we see where it's coming from.
These research
So
outposts are
we'll
transferring
see
your
where
data so they can
it's
build
going.
additional weapons elsewhere.
Let's put the
If you have
tanks
time to escort your truck to 'em,
in
disrupt the
siege
connection.
mode.
Consider it a target of
This will be
opportunity.
interesting. And we'll put the defensive drone on them.
Defensive data. Upgrade complete.
And that was great.
Nuclear warhead armed and on target.
Now nuclear warhead is armed and ready. We can undo the tanks. We can bring down the other Raven. And then
The enemy's
we're gonna
targeting your
buy
truck's coordinates.
heavy siege tank, and we are gonna upgrade the Hellbat Rangers.
Say again.
Whoops, here they come.
Loud and clear. Allied defensive drone in.
Your friend's truck needs
All
some
right,
help.
Nova here.
we should have gone further down here to see what's going on.
I'll make it happen.
All right, so the tanks are gonna be 3. All right, come on here, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, here we're rolling out. We're gonna see if we can get the secondary objective. We have more tanks. So now those are gonna
Looks like
be.
Amon's minions have found your truck's location. Expect an attack soon.
All right, so here we go.
Nuclear launch detected. Time to play defense. Allied forces are under attack.
So that went well. Here come the tanks into siege mode. Nope, nope, nope,
Status report.
nope. Siege mode, siege mode. Let's see. Can Nova? There's their special ability. Let's come up here.
Allied forces are under attack.
So let's get a spotter in each of these two
Everybody's
places.
truck's getting beat up. Good work.
He's not going for the. Is he not going for the bonus?
Status report.
Enemies inbound.
All right.
Will they never stop?
All right. Enemies inbound, but I'm in an okay position to take them on. Where are my spec ops? Here they are.
Status report.
The spec ops are gonna make short work of them.
Bringing a defensive drone online.
All right. Brought a defensive drone online. I need to get to that special.
Strictly business. Allied forces
Here
are
we
under
go.
attack.
Let's do this, and then we're gonna do our tank thing.
Mobius has almost finished sending out the research data.
That's gonna
Stop it if you
be.
can.
That's gonna be a nice little explosion.
Enemies targeting your truck's coordinates. Keep an eye out.
All right, here we go. Everyone else, go here.
Activating defensive drone.
Here we go. All right, hold position.
Allied forces are under attack.
Where is my truck?
Enemies wrecked your truck. This is gonna take a while to fix.
Ah, shit. They wrecked my truck.
I found another truck for you.
Allied base is under attack.
All right, so
Nova here.
here we go. Man, they've got a lot of brood lords. They got a lot of brood lords. So I need some air attack ASAP. That means more ghosts. That means Strike Alliance that I need to upgrade. And I think I can get another Raven here in a second.
Say again.
Where's my where's my thing?
Nova here.
Do I have my truck?
En route. Consider it done. Time to play defense.
Just put a lot of defensive drones down. All right, here we go. Snipe, 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 snipe. Yeah, here we go. Just sniping everything.
Our enemy seeks to destroy everything we have built.
All right, so snipe that. Snipe that. Research, research, research. I got a kite back here a little bit.
Confirm that last. Status.
I got a kite back here a little bit. Come on, Nova. Snipe, 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 snipe.
Confirm that last. Our allied base is under Allied forces are under attack.
I'm clearly in the wrong place.
Business.
I want to be coming after their
Loud and clear.
thing, but I'm not gonna be able to get it, unfortunately, because there's just way too many bad guys.
Allied forces are under attack. Defensive drone initiated.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Status. Nova here.
I don't know where it is, and I can't get there.
Huh. The research outposts seem to have had trouble getting a signal after all. Crisis averted.
All right, so let's.
Allied forces are under attack.
We're gonna jump right into the middle and just help them any way we can. We're gonna send out a thing. All right, come on, truck. Come on, truck. Come on, truck. I'm getting nailed here.
Protect your truck.
Yeah, not a whole lot I can do, unfortunately. Nova might die.
A construct.
I don't know where my truck is. Come
Where's
on.
your truck?
Oh, shit. Shit, 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 shit.
Allied forces are under attack.
Alright, actually this is a good excuse to kite back. And then the truck will go here. And this will just suck some damage while the truck does its thing.
Confirm that last.
Now for the other truck.
Alright, there we go.
It's about to blow.
I didn't have time to take out their base, but...
Strictly business. En route. Our forces have engaged the enemy. Status Status report.
Come on, everybody, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back.
Last.
Hang in there. Just one sector left.
Move out at once.
Alright, so there we
Both
go.
of your trucks have arrived.
Alright, there we
This
go.
sector is south
Oh,
of
let's
your
get that
current base
last bit of
operations.
upgrades.
Nova here. Executing. I'm reading you. I'll make it happen.
Alright, now I have a ridiculous amount of units, so I'm just gonna put in everything I can find, including a Raven. I mean, that's the thing, is like, you just, Nova always ends up.
Hostiles will reach us soon. I look forward.
Alright, come on, truck, come on, truck. Alright, here we go.
Friend's truck needs some help.
I'm in the wrong mode, but I still can do one of these things. Come on, Nova. So your regular ghost can do tons of attacks without you having to do anything. Nova, you actually have to choose the snipe, but I think it's fair because Nova's is so powerful.
Seems like we could use a defense.
Using a defensive drone. Let's put everyone into. Alright, so if I'm not careful,
Bad news,
here we
commanders.
go.
An attack wave is coming for your truck.
Where's the other Brood Lord? Okay, come here, come here, come here. Come here, truck, come here, truck.
Allied forces are under attack.
Come here, truck. Come here, come here, come here, come here.
The first truck's in place.
Alright, here we go. There we go.
Together we can destroy any foe.
Don't know what I would have done if you hadn't.
I can't tell if that guy's mad or not. He said he was defending the base the whole time, which is what he's supposed to do. While I was taking out a ton. No GG. I don't know. It takes 2 seconds to do GG. I mean, it's just like saying excuse me or pardon me or thank you. I'm not really sure why. You don't have to say anything else. Just say GG. I mean, even the most competitive competitors out there say GG. And you only lose 1,000 points for the bonus objective or so. But look, I killed more units and structures. I dealt a little bit less to the constructs because he was always ahead. But between healed and prevented by Nova and dealt by Nova, 25,000. Now he has twice that for the Royal Guards, but that's again his whole army, whereas Nova herself did 25,000 damage or prevention of damage, which basically is the same thing. So he was defending the base. So this is a case where normally I'm coming up with excuses why my units and structures killed is lower and so forth, but why I still contributed a lot. But this guy contributed a lot while I was out just blowing up Zerg bases that didn't need to be blown up. Man, we got a long way. Alright. What's going on Twitch? Anything? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Alright, so we're gonna keep Nova Terra open. And we're going to... Nope. That was not what I wanted. We just want to go to regular YouTube, nothing crazy. And we want to go to Studio. And we just want to make sure that that last export is, I mean, it'll take forever to get through, but we want to at least make sure that it's uploading okay. Let's see, show all files. Go to all my photos here. I don't have to do the same one, but it's such a good picture. No, not made for kids. And this would be under the Bizzle plays. Starcraft 2 gets Bizzled. Blonde Templar Academy. That's 4 playlists. That should be fine. Private for now. and back to the channel content as it gets restored. So one of the sites, Starcraft2coop.com, which hasn't been updated that lately, but it's new enough, or updated enough, that it actually has some updates that other sites don't. It goes unit by unit, talks about you need super stim pack for Marine. They say you don't need the upgrades for Marauders, but I mean, the suppression shells slows attack and movement by 50%, only for a second and a half. And massive units and heroic units are either immune or not that susceptible to it. They have another one that deals 90 damage every 30 seconds, which is a nice little bonus. I don't know if I can see that cooldown while we're playing, but another reason when you're getting giant void shards and similar things to get, so I'm getting warmer and warmer on Marauders just in general, watching the competitive players, but also seeing them soak damage and take some of those things like void shards down. So all right. So my first feed was 3 hours. Now we're at 45 minutes. I guess we're doing more Nova. I should customize. Wait, I can't cancel that. I should try some other things. I think the unit regeneration at 5.6, because you really have to be out of combat for more than a few seconds, which means I've transported out of combat or just retreated. And I would like more Nova energy regeneration. Now they say between 2.5 and 3 seconds is good. But if I keep it at 2.6, they will heal slower. But again, they're also getting healed by Ravens. And Nova, when you combine the fact that Nova gets 50% of her energy back when she does a kill with her snipe, which is most of them, and you add a 15% regeneration. Let's see what the max regen is here. 28%. That's so good, but I need some healing because my units don't heal without something. So we're putting Nova there. We still don't care about the Griffin airstrike, and I swear to God, even though the nuke has gone down from like 10 minutes to 8.5 or 7.5 or something, it still feels like it comes way more often. Okay, here we go. Searching co-op. It is almost 5 in the morning Eastern time, so I can understand that. All right, nobody. Actually, you know what? Let's do a more relaxed mission. First with Nova and then with somebody else. And the reason is because I don't want to get burnt out. And for 30% more bonus XP, because now the levels are getting super extra long. So having to get 665,000 points, whether you get 32,000 or 38,000, really doesn't matter. It's more for the challenge, but it'll be nice to try out some build orders and not have to be quite as hectic on normal. And then I'm either going to go to my other commanders, Phoenix, Artanis, and Vorazun. I also need to get better at Raynar. I'm supposedly a Terran guy when it comes to this stuff, but honestly I'm better at Protoss. And I gotta level up Zeratul because I want to get him all the way. I don't know what his specials are. Let's see, Zeratul's attack speed, combat unit attack speed, artifact fragment spawn rate, support, cooldown reaction. Now you want artifact to spawn as quickly as possible, and then the legendary legion cooldowns or avatar cooldown. So nothing too exciting really with Zeratul, other than he just can command giant units that cost $1 million. But because it's Zeratul and he's going all over the place, doesn't matter. I still need to learn how to use the Void Array. It's not the typical Void Array, or I guess it's called Warp Prism in the main game. The Warp Prism they all act individually. They can turn into remote pylons, basically. But this one creates a link between all the void arrays, and you actually assign a jump-in point. So if I can create like 4 void arrays and somehow keep them hidden, I can start moving Zeratul. I mean, Zeratul can already go anywhere on the map. Wait, let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna jump in with Nova in a second here, but I do just want to check out really quickly, and I'll show you guys on screen. I do want to see what Zeratul's where is it? Where do I keep this? I don't even know. Co-op commanders. I do want to see. Karax is just such a pain, but I do need to finish him as well. I just want to see Zeratul's cooldowns on some of this stuff. Specifically, let's see. Blink, Void Seeker. Let's see. You can get deploy Void Seeker. Wait. You summon the Void Seeker, you can send Zeratul anywhere, but you can deploy the Void Seeker, granting Super Cloak to all friendly units, radius 16 for 15 seconds, which is amazing. Shadow Cleave is a lot of fun, and you need the Prophetic Vision. I'm not sure where Deploy Void Seeker is. Oh, it's a Prestige unlock. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, Purity of Will, that's level 15. Okay, but I do have the call down ability for all the legions. They happen to like the Surdath region, which is the last one you get, because they're just giant dark archons which can just crush anything. The reason I like the void rays is just because I'm always frustrated about how slowly I can cross the map with such a long cooldown on that tactical airlift by the Griffin. And so just being able to immediately call them down for a big battle, but then send them elsewhere in the map is the way to go for me. Now, second tier, I mean, some of the things that you gain that are 3rd out of 3 in terms of leveling high enough. So at level 7, I get Void Suppression Crystal. It's amazing because it's this crystal and then it expands into a huge circle. Do they even say how big it is? They say it's controllable and lasts for 30 seconds. I think it just means putting it down as controllable. But it slows movement and attack speeds of enemy by 70% and lasts 30 seconds. And it doesn't affect good guys. And so that's an obvious choice there. And then for the 3rd tier, when he finds his 3rd artifact, again I go for the. Well, wait, no, I go for the lowest level one. Increases duration of Zeratul's Legion and Avatar by 50%. Having an Avatar and having his legions is a big thing. The Shade Projection thing, I don't even really know what that's for. Increases absorbed by Shade Barrier. What is the Shade? I don't even know. Tesseract Cannon. Oh, it's for your cannon. Well, I'm never going to build cannon, so who cares? And then Void Blink reduces cooldowns of Zeratul and his Blink abilities, which is not that necessary, so I get reinforcements. And the 4th tier is the one I haven't really figured out yet. The temptation is to use the Avatar of Form, because he fights for 60 seconds, but he's more offensive. Avatar of Essence is more of a defensive / buff unit. And so as we come back to the game here, and so it kind of depends on the situation, and you can control them. And it's just easier to control the Avatar of Form and just direct him to attack. But I suppose if myself or especially the other players have a ton of units, you throw down the Avatar of Essence in the middle of that, and it does its thing. I love how all of his units look. Calling Stalkers Ambushers, calling Sentries Shield Guards, calling what's it called? An Immortal, an Enforcer, call Disruptor, which I still don't know how to use great. Abrogator. It's a little annoying. Everything's named something else, but that's fine. It's worth it for the flavor. Okay. Let's play one normal mission. A lot of times when they can't find for normal mission, or if they're two really good players, they'll bump you up to hard, even if you choose normal, which I'm totally fine with. Alright, Nova and Tychus together are amazing, because even though they put out small armies, they're all really powerful, and for things like Void Slivers, this is fantastic, because if this Tychus player is decent at all, he will go after the Void Slivers with his Tychus mini army to begin with. Everything moves slower, of course, on normal, so that's why I'm partially taking a break. You have to be a little more patient, and, you know, just, I tend to play up or down to the level in the competition, and so sometimes I miss some stuff, just because. Alright, so this is already taking a long time. The good news about normal, especially when you're playing at reg speed, is that, alright, I don't like putting the barracks right there. We're going to change that build order. We'll put it here. That's number 9. I want to get more workers, but I also want to get that engineering bay. I'm going to be greedy. Let's see if I can put the engineering bay here and then fit some buildings in between. I want to start trying to wall off my base with my buildings so they can't get in there super heavy. Now that means I have to put some turrets here eventually, but for now, okay. Barracks guy is almost done. I need to catch up on economy, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to say good luck, have fun. So again, we did the Void Sliver a little earlier, but boy did they have tons of support units, and it takes forever. But because it's a Void Sliver, I'm not sure who we're playing yet. I'm probably going to try and get Marauders first. So we'll get that extra base there, and we'll start with the factory. Okay, can I fit the factory in here is the question. I can. So this will be interesting. So factory's 8, barracks is 9, engineering bay, Ghost Academy. Okay, so far so good. I do want to get Nova's specials. So this is one where I want to go back to Covert Banshees, because I'm getting a little tired of microing tanks. On the harder levels, you kind of need it. Alright, let me max out my economy super fast. There goes Tychus. So, you know, Nova's still 45 seconds away. Alright, so we're almost maxed out.
Upgrade is ready. Allied forces are under attack.
I'm not sure why that guy came over here. But it's actually okay, because he's going to build an armory right up here to block that entrance. And then my other guy, I think I can build a tech lab there. I can. And he's going to build a starport right here. Again, for some block off action. Okay. Is he going after the starport already? He is, and there's not any bad guys there. Alright, here comes Nova. She can definitely help. I don't know if she'll get out in time. Starport's 7. Yeah. So we go after those first 2 Void Slivers. I'm gonna put in Marauders. For ground attacks such as this. I want to get the super stim pack just in case. And let me get the tech lab on the air thing so I get my Ravens. And we're just gonna blow up some stuff. Start getting those upgrades for infantry just because.
Enemy sighted. Add-on is up and running.
Yeah, 2 Marines, two Marauders by themselves, not super amazing.
Opening fire.
I can snipe that. Let me get some Marines up in here.
Say again.
How is he still alive? Who's shooting at me? Uh-oh. That's trouble. Alright, let's get a Raven down here. And some Marines.
Status report. Nova here.
ASAP. My control button again.
Activating defensive drone.
Not doing great for me.
We're done with the research.
And I forgot to do the research for the, I mean, it's so much easier than the regular game. There's almost no units here. I just got to get out of that circle, and he did it.
The second sliver ends in ruin.
Alright, so the question is, can I get 2 SCVs out here? And I like that he left me the top one, if that's indeed the case. They tend not to... They tend not to do anything. Okay, so here I have more units, so it's still bio time.
Upgrade complete.
And we're gonna do the upgrade for all the stuff. We're gonna get the snipe upgrade for Nova. I don't know what else I want to do for this one. Let me save my money for the moment. Okay, we have to defend. I can't save my money too long. Nope, not you. You go there, and you go there. Alright, so do I need anything else? Looks like they're engaged in combat.
Eyes up. Our ride's here. Say again. Got it. Upgrade is ready to play defense.
Come on, guys, get in the circle, attack. Now hold position. Get back in the circle, attack. Now hold position. Did they get my...
Upgrade is ready for use.
What's going on with my stuff?
Enemies on the offensive. Prepare to defend.
Alright, so where are they on the offensive to is the question. Alright, so here come the Banshees. Which, it's not that I was neglecting the upgrades, but it's just that I just had other things to deal with. I'm gonna stay up here and watch. Where's he going? Is this it? Alright, we got one.
At last, we can evacuate everyone in this area now.
Now again, can I get Marauders down here quick enough to...
More minerals for that. Upgrade is ready for use.
Alright, so I'm gonna send an electronic thing here. And then Nova's gonna do a little scout. And then I'm gonna drop a giant nuke right about here.
Nova here. Say again.
Alright, that went really well. And we can start.
En route. Defensive drone initiated.
I can
Allied
just
forces
hold.
under attack.
Why isn't my tab button working?
Confirm that last.
Man, my keyboard is totally effed, dude.
Nova here. Say again. Consider it done. I'll make it happen.
Wow,
Status report.
my keyboard is totally screwed. I need to try and unplug it and
Allied forces are under attack.
replug it in. Except I don't know which. No, that was my camera. Which is the keyboard?
Enemy attacks on the way to our base. Enemy attacks on the way to our base. I don't like this one
The
bit.
keyboard.